for him. Suddenly, a large baboon emerges from the woods, and Cypher advises Katai to stay still. However, Katai prefers tossing a rock at it to try to scare it away. This causes a whole group of baboons to come out and begin throwing rocks at Katai. The boy begins running as fast as possible, and Cypher guides him toward the nearest river to keep the baboons from following him. Katai quickly crosses the river, but even if the baboons aren't following him anymore, he keeps running with his blade out because he's too nervous and scared. Cypher has to yell at him to make him stop and take the knee so he'll calm down. At that moment, Cypher notices there are toxins in Katai's bloodstream and asks his son to check his body. Katai discovers he has a leech on his hand and immediately takes it off, but the toxin is still in his system. Cypher gives him instructions to inject the antidote, but since he's starting not to feel his hands anymore, Katai has to drop his body on the needle to make it stick and falls unconscious. A few hours later, Cypher notices the temperature is going down and forces Katai to wake up to find a hotspot, which is 10 kilometers away. Katai begins running as fast as he can, and while Cypher watches his son, he hears the computer inform him he needs an arterial shunt to treat his leg. Once again, Cypher refuses to take the medicine and goes through the procedure while enduring the pain. As he works, he thinks about Senchi's 19th birthday celebration, which he had to watch through a screen because he was on a mission. Senchi asked him to blow out the candles on her cake, and Cypher only accepted after lots of begging. The candles went out because younger Katai blew them for him. When Katai finally reaches the hotspot, he checks his equipment and discovers 2 inhalers are broken, but he lies to his dad and says he's got them all. Cypher sees a reaction on the screen that may indicate lying, but doesn't say more. Katai takes a vial and hides under a tree while it begins to rain, so he uses the chance to ask his dad how he managed to ghost during the war. Cypher tells him an Ursa once stabbed him in his shoulder with its pincer and during the struggle, they fell into the river. The Ursa tried to drown him, but when Cypher accepted his death, the pincer came out because the Ursa couldn't find him anymore. Cypher had understood that fear wasn't real even if anger exists, it's only a thing in people's thoughts about the future. The next morning, Cypher sends Katai to the waterfall because the probes have found some